Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Line Stevie, and today I'm bringing you guys a predicted preview video. Anyway, just a few quick reminders: press that bell notification button if you haven't pressed it already, and stay tuned to all things Blue Line Stevie, and also smash that like button, help me get more than 300 likes with this video. We're getting straight into things, starting with who's going to be playing in goal out of Caballero and Courtois. I mean, obviously, I don't even know why I wasted my time saying that. Courtois will be playing. I see Conte using a very strong lineup against Leicester City. Moving straight into the back three, I actually think there will be one change in this game. I'm expecting to see Gary Cahill playing on the left hand side with Christensen in the middle and Aspie on the right hand side as well. Moving straight into the wing back positions, and again, I would like to personally see Emerson getting a shout. I mean, we spent quite a lot of money on this guy and he really hasn't played any games at all. And if you look at the context of how the season's going, it's looking like Emerson probably won't play any part until the end of the season. But I'm guessing he probably won't, because we're still fighting to get a top 4 place to get into the Champions League for next year. So I'm expecting us to see Alonso play. Alonso was decent against Barcelona. Obviously, when we shifted our tactics in the second half to focusing our plays down the right hand side, we were hoping to get Alonso making those late man runs inside the box, and it was unlucky that it didn't really pay off because it really was causing Barcelona a lot of problems. But anyway, moving in to the right back position, and I see Moses playing again on the right hand side. Moses seems to do very well against Leicester City, so yeah, it'll be an interesting game to see him in. And moving on to the midfield too, because I see us using a 3-4-3. Of course, Conte will be playing in this game, and Conte, a world-class performance against Barcelona. Probably the biggest highlight of that game. I can't even believe that people were even doubting whether Conte could perform at this level. Honestly, people just talk a lot of nonsense just to get clicks or attention sometimes. It seems that we didn't run the show in that sense, because you know, what does that even really mean, running the show? But I mean, he was the most impressive midfield player on the pitch. The amount of times he was able to provide that drive and skip past people, excellent first touch, obviously shifting his body weight to the right hand side to obviously skip past opponents as well. And let's not forget the world class tackling. And honestly, I did make this point that I think Conte is like the Messi of defensive midfielders, in that sense that obviously his tackling is just unbelievable. And a lot of times, especially during the time he was at Leicester, I kept making a comparison between Makelele, only in terms of the sense that obviously their tackling is fantastic. I mean, they always win the ball, they're very clean, they rarely ever give away fouls unless they want to or they need to. And it's just like I mean, the amount of times he was winning back possession was incredible. The amount of times he was tackling Messi as well. It was a very, very world-class performance, we just have to say that. And you know, thank God for Conte for actually being one of the main points in bringing Conte to the club. And obviously his midfield partner, I'm expecting to see Drinkwater playing beside Conte in this game today. And moving on to the front three, Hazard will be playing, of course, he still is our best player. I think Morata will get a game against Leicester too, and I see Willian playing on the right hand side. Now you guys, for the second part of this, obviously my lineup for this team, and basically I'm starting with Courtois in goal. In defence, I've gone for Rudiger, Christensen and Aspie. In the wing back position, I have gone for Moses and Emerson. I would like to see Emerson personally play. In midfield, I've gone for Conte and Cesc. I feel that with Cesc, you know, his forward passes, and also Cesc does very well against Leicester City himself, and I just think that's the type of game where you can't really afford to not use him in midfield. And moving on to the front three, I have gone for Eden Hazard, Morata and Willian, and that's going to conclude the first part of this predicted preview video. Now, starting the match preview, and of course we're playing against Leicester City. Their form recently has been decent. Of course, Mahrez has made up with the club and he has had decent form recently, scoring in the past 2 games. But when it comes to facing Chelsea in the FA Cup, Leicester have never ever beaten us. And there's another thing going towards our favour. That's the fact that Antonio Conte has never lost to Leicester City. And we have been picking up quite a few goals at their stadium. So you guys, when it comes to the game, I am feeling very optimistic. I'm feeling confident. I think one of the main reasons why we get so much luck and joy against Leicester City is the fact that obviously it's how they play. Obviously, by having JD Vardy up front, he's key and pivotal to how Leicester City attack and try to break teams down. But because he doesn't really hold up the ball or drop deep or really links with the midfielders, he's purely a runner. In a way, he doesn't have any space or channels to run into when we do face a back three. And of course, this is the main reason why he really struggles against us. And with Vardy, he's the guy that starts the attack and then the rest of this team support him. So when he's constantly not getting any service or moves are breaking down, that gives more joy for us to dominate the game, and we do this by pushing our wing backs forward and obviously getting our midfield on the ball. And it's no surprise to me why Fabregas does so well against Leicester and why we score a few goals against them. Now, of course, this season was different. We did draw against them. We were unlucky. There were times that we could have won the game, but I am feeling very confident and optimistic that we will be getting the result against Leicester City. Now, the game tomorrow is key. It's massive because if we lose to them, that means there's no trophies coming this season, in my personal opinion. And I think all of you guys too, you like us to try and get something positive from this season. Yes, securing the top 4 is key, it's a priority, but at the same time, Chelsea was still a massive club which is still have ambitions to be competing for trophies. So losing against Leicester could have an even bigger effect to the team, because think about it like this: if we hypothetically did lose to Leicester, this would mean that when it came to every decisive game during this month, that we've lost all of them. And I think that could really hamper the team's confidence, especially for some important games going forward, obviously with Spurs and with Liverpool. But what can we expect from Leicester City tomorrow? Well, I think we all know that. Expect them to play on the counter-attack and to look for direct passes to Jamie Vardy. Of course, they've got the individual threat of Riyad Mahrez, one of the best players in the league. He was amazing against us in that game that we drew 0-0 with Leicester, and he always has that individual class and brilliance that can obviously, you know, he can create something from nothing, especially some of the recent goals he's been scoring in 2018. I mean, that was a world-class free kick against the, I can't remember the last team that Leicester played. But again, that's the threat from Leicester. But in terms of how they're going to keep their shape and look to play, they are going to look to play more counter-attacking. They will be having a back 6 at times where obviously they're going to require their wingers to drop deep to help support the fullbacks, and then in that way they will look to have a compact back 4. And what I mean by that is they'll look to tuck in their fullbacks to obviously counter the fact that we have a front 3, and that's how they're going to defend off the ball to try and reduce the influence of Eden Hazard in this game. Indeed, he's going to have a lot of work on his hands, but again, he's one of the best ball-winning defenders in the league for sure. This guy has a fantastic career ahead of him, but I think really with Leicester, once you stop that threat of Jamie Vardy, then you have a chance to obviously get something favourable against them. And the game tomorrow could be key to help us, you know, kickstart some form back into the team. Of course, we are a bogey team for Leicester City under Conte. I kind of feel that it's our tactical system that reduces the threat of Leicester City. I think the fact that we do use that back three that's very compact and stays very close, that really stops the spaces on the channels for Jamie Vardy to make runs into. By keeping that back 6 as well, this helps our wing-backs have more joy, because when Hazard and Willian move to the half spaces, that's where Leicester City's fullbacks, you know, obviously they're making that compact back 4, and obviously they're playing a bit closer to the goal themselves. They're looking to deal with the guys in the half spaces, and this is how our wing-backs are able to have a lot of influence in games against Leicester City. Due to our use of width in this game, I'm expecting Willian and Hazard to have joy in this game in particular. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of striker Conte is going to use in this game. In my opinion, I kind of feel personally, you guys know my thoughts, that Morata should be starting, because we're going to have to rely on him. Even though people might not like him, we're going to have to rely on him. We need to try and get back some of his form that he was showing during the first part of the season. And Morata has already scored against Leicester City. Maybe that could be the confidence boost psychologically he would need to obviously feel comfortable in front of goal. And in our past games against Leicester City under Conte's tenure, of course, a lot of Spanish players have scored against them. I'm talking about Aspi, Fabregas, Diego Costa, Alonso with that double obviously last season as well, and Morata himself. So we have a bit of a recent history against Leicester City in terms of scoring goals at the King Power. But for tomorrow, I am expecting a positive performance. I feel that a lot of the players are going to feel very, you know, annoyed with their performance against Barcelona, especially when they did compete in the game and they were obviously playing well at spells, and obviously, you know, they gave a good account of themselves, so they're going to feel that they should have got more from that game. And I think that we will score goals tomorrow. Now, for my match prediction, I will be going for 3-0 against Leicester City tomorrow. You guys, let me know in the comment section what you think. How do you think we're going to fare against Leicester City? Are you guys confident? Can we beat them and reach into the semi-finals? Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching today's video. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you're new, press the bell notification button to stay tuned to all things Blue Lions TV, and of course smash that like button and help me get more than 300 likes for this video. Anyway you guys, I'm NiniFC. This is Blue Lions TV, thank you for watching and I'll see you guys later.